Operation Fortitude. The Ghost Army. In the vast shadowed corridors of World War II, a deception of unparalleled audacity took shape. As the Allied forces prepared for the pivotal D-Day invasion, they orchestrated one of the most elaborate and secretive military deceptions in history. Known as Operation Fortitude, this daring ruse involved a phantom army of inflatable tanks, fake radio transmissions, and phony campsites. The goal: to deceive the Germans about the true location of the Normandy landings. This is the thrilling, mysterious story of how the Ghost Army outwitted the Nazis and set the stage for victory in Europe. By 1944, the Allies were gearing up for Operation Overlord, the massive invasion aimed at liberating Nazi-occupied Europe. Success depended on catching the Germans off guard. The Nazis expected an invasion, but were unsure where it would occur. The Allies needed to convince them that the attack would come at Pas-de-Calais, the narrowest point between Britain and France, rather than the actual target, Normandy. The creation of the Ghost Army. Operation Fortitude was divided into two parts: Fortitude North, aimed at misleading the Germans about an invasion in Norway, and Fortitude South, focused on Pas-de-Calais. Fortitude South was critical and involved creating a fictitious 1st U.S. Army Group, FUSAC, under the command of the flamboyant General George Patton, whom the Germans respected and feared. To bring this deception to life, the Allies formed a special unit called the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops, known as the Ghost Army. This unit was a unique mix of artists, actors, sound engineers, and other creative talents. Their mission was to fabricate the illusion of a massive army preparing to invade Pas-de-Calais. The illusions begins. The Ghost Army's operations began under a cloak of secrecy. Entire fake campsites were constructed with inflatable tanks, trucks, and artillery. These props were meticulously positioned to be visible from the air, reinforcing the illusion for German reconnaissance planes. Sergeant Bill Blass, a member of the Ghost Army, described the surreal experience.
We used rubber tanks, fake airplanes, and elaborate sound effects to create the illusion of a real army. It was like putting on a giant play.
The unit also set up dummy landing craft along the coast and used special effects to simulate large troop movements. To further sell the deception, the Ghost Army created fake radio traffic, broadcasting phony messages about troop movements and supply logistics. These transmissions were carefully crafted to mimic the real communications of an actual army. The success of Operation Fortitude also hinged on the work of double agents. The Allies had turned several German spies, feeding them false information to pass on to their handlers. One of the most crucial double agents was Juan Pujol Garcia, codenamed Garbo. His reports to the Germans were filled with details about the fictitious 1st U.S. Army Group, adding layers of credibility to the ruse. Colonel David Strangeways, deeply involved in the deception planning, later remarked, "Garbo's reports were crucial. He provided the Germans with just enough truth mixed with our fabrications to make everything believable." As D-Day approached, the Ghost Army ramped up its efforts. They staged large-scale exercises with fake equipment and broadcasted intense radio messages about troop movements towards Pas-de-Calais. The Allies even dropped dummy paratroopers over the region to create the illusion of a large airborne assault. On the night of June 5, 1944, just before the real invasion, the Ghost Army launched a massive deception operation. Using sound trucks, they played recordings of troop movements and battle sounds along the Pas-de-Calais coast. Meanwhile, real Allied forces were stealthily making their way towards Normandy. The moment of truth. The deception worked brilliantly. The Germans, convinced that the main invasion would occur at Pas-de-Calais, kept their strongest forces there even as the Normandy landings commenced. The Ghost Army's illusions had achieved their goal, allowing the Allied forces to establish a beachhead with significantly reduced resistance. General Dwight D. Eisenhower, the Supreme Allied Commander, later reflected on the success.
The Germans were completely fooled. Their best divisions were kept at Pas-de-Calais, waiting for an invasion that never came.
Operation Fortitude was a masterclass in military deception. The creativity and ingenuity of the Ghost Army, combined with the efforts of double agents and meticulous planning, played a crucial role in the success of D-Day and the eventual Allied victory in Europe. The ghostly figures of the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops remained unsung heroes, their contributions shrouded in secrecy for years. The story of Operation Fortitude and the Ghost Army is a testament to the power of deception and the ingenuity of the human spirit in times of war. Through clever tactics and a deep understanding of psychological warfare, the Allies managed to outwit one of the most formidable military forces in history, paving the way for the liberation of Europe and the end of World War II. If you enjoy this mini documentary, please like this video and subscribe, and comment below. What topic do you want us to do next time?